Looking back on 2024, it's easy to get caught up in all the cynicism and negativity. 2024 is responsible for some of the most god-awful abominations this world has ever seen. And I'm not exaggerating. These things go far beyond just being bad and are an affront to the art of visual storytelling. However, 2024 was also a bit of a turning point, with surprise sparks of creativity and passion that shone brighter than what we ever could have expected. With the best of the best falling into a category I call mature classics. Visual narratives that are both thought-provoking and entertaining, devoid of any nostalgia bait, cringe, self-aware humor, and seemingly written by and for adults, instead of by 30-year-olds with the mental and emotional capacity of a toddler. Obviously, top of my list is Nosferatu, my pick for best film of 2024. But we also got a suspenseful crime drama in The Order that hooked you immediately and never let go. The Bike Riders gave us a thrilling look into the humble beginnings of a counterculture that would inevitably blow up into a huge crime syndicate. Dark Matter, a smart, original sci-fi series that actually prioritized a thought-provoking narrative instead of preaching the temporal morals of the day. And let's not forget that we both started and ended 2024 with some absolutely unexpected bangers. Starting with Shogun, a slow-paced historical political drama that somehow ended up being more entertaining than all the media Disney released this year combined. And ending with The Penguin, a spin-off series for a Batman movie that had a pretty lackluster reception, that somehow managed to be so well written you almost forgot where the story came from in the first place. And if they can continue this level of writing, we may just get another Batman movie that blows us all out of the water again, remembering that it was Christopher Nolan's second Batman film that did it to us in the past. So here's hoping. And since we're talking about hopeful futures, I have to mention Neon, who put out two of the best horror films I have seen in a long time, Longlegs and Cuckoo. Not only were these movies scary, but both were so unique in their art direction, cinematography, and narrative plot points. They kinda reminded me of what A24 used to be before they got bloated and full of themselves, back when they had to rely on creativity and pushing the bounds of the media. And Neon is definitely giving off those vibes in the horror department. Lastly, I know this might seem like an odd shout out, but Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. Was it the best movie? No. But it was as good, if not better, than the original Beverly Hills Cop movie, showing that when handled with care, you can, in fact, make a good sequel to a beloved series, even over 2 decades later. Crazy, I know. Now, onto a category I like to call not that good, but fun. And at the top of the list, of course, being Deadpool and Wolverine. Was it a good movie? Narratively, it was kind of a big mess, but that really wasn't its goal. Deadpool and Wolverine just wanted to give the fans everything they wanted and more. And in that regard, it was super successful, evident in all of the records it broke. Hell, I went to go see it twice in theaters because it was just fun, something that has been absent in the cinemas for quite some time now. Another contender in this category is the Fallout series. Sure, it had some narrative issues and some cleaning up to do, but at the end of the day, you can tell that the showrunners and creatives behind the show really cared about the source material. Sure, it's no Penguin, but it was fun, entertaining, and ultimately had a positive impact on the Fallout community and the franchise at large, which I don't think I need to tell you is rare. And lastly, VHS Beyond. Was it the best VHS series? No, but it was just the right amount of silly, fun horror that we needed. And it came out in October, the time most people actually want to see horror films. Nosferatu. Now, I want to mention a few narratives that were so close to being good and just fell short, because I feel like we can learn from these examples while at the same time giving credit where it's due. So here are some near misses. Beetlejuice was kind of fun and kind of okay. I really wish they had focused more on a unique narrative instead of characters that really served no purpose and copying the same narrative beats as the first film. There was just so much wasted potential here. Keeping in those same lines, Aliens Romulus had all the elements to make a really good alien movie. But instead, it decided to focus on nostalgia bait and reliving random scenes from the past instead of, again, developing a working, cohesive narrative. Always a mistake. The Wild Robot is a good movie if you cut out the last 30 minutes. I don't know why they added some extra stuff to the end of this movie. Always remember, less is often more when it comes to storytelling. The Fall Guy was a pretty okay movie. It just relied too much on cringy, self-aware millennial humor. Honestly, if they had just focused on the human element of the story and kept it within the bounds of reality, it could have been a really fun, good movie. And lastly, I don't believe this one actually fits in this category, but I don't know where else to put it. Those About to Die is a series that does need some cleaning up and really for a few side plots to just be cut out completely. But other than that, I still think it was a good show. It's no Shogun, but it's getting there, and I would watch a second season. It's a hell of a lot better than the garbage Gladiator 2 was shoveling, I can tell you that. Now for this script, I originally only wanted to focus on the good things and the positive direction I feel we're heading as an industry. However, I have to talk about one bad thing, and that would be the biggest disappointment of 2024, which is easily Arcane Season 2. As someone who has watched the first season a million times and was super excited for Season 2, not only was it a personal disappointment, but narratively, I am having a hard time thinking of a series that has ever dropped this far in quality from one season to another. As I have said many times before, Arcane Season 1 was a triumph for visual storytelling. Not only did it have a unique art style and great voice acting, but it was able to tell an extremely complex story with many side plots and characters in a cohesive, compelling way. But unfortunately, it looks like it truly was just lightning in a bottle. Because whereas Season 1 felt like a masterclass in visual storytelling written by well-seasoned creatives, Season 2 felt like a fanfic written by a 13-year-old on Tumblr with zero writing experience. Sure, the visuals were good and the voice acting was fair, but it was bloated with terrible pacing, constantly trying to shove more concepts down your throat without even bothering to develop the ones it just laid out, completely forgetting where it came from and almost the entire first season. Unfortunately, this just reeks of the mindset of, hey, you made something really good and lots of people liked it. Do it again and make it bigger and better, and you better do it quickly or everyone's gonna lose interest. Which is such a huge fallacy, because I believe that audiences have shown if you make something really good, they are more than willing to wait for it. Just take a little story that was also released last year. A short film called 765874 Unification. A little callback to Star Trek when it was arguably at its highest level, which absolutely destroyed the Star Trek community in all the best ways possible. And fans who had long since given up on the franchise thanks to its modern direction all came out of the woodworks in droves just to see this 8-minute long short, proving that if you make something of quality, it doesn't matter how much time has passed. Fans and non-fans alike will come to see it. And it's unfortunate that Arcane did not know or heed this lesson. Oh well. Regardless, I am truly hopeful for the direction of visual storytelling as a whole, because it does seem like we are heading into a better place. Slowly but surely. Anyways, thanks for being here. I appreciate you, and I'll catch ya at the next one.